Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to this very special unboxing and review of the 2-ounce antique silver thermometer coin by the Perth Mint. And you may have guessed from the title that there's a thermometer bam smack in the middle of this coin. So something a little bit different from regular bullion today. This coin, by the way, is not actually mine. This was purchased by a Silver Forum member as part of the big group order. And he very kindly gave me permission to feature it here on my channel and share it with you guys before it's all packed up and sent off to him. So thank you very much to Sparky over on the Silver Forum. I really do appreciate the opportunity to share this coin with everybody. Now, I would like you to vote down in the comment section whether you think this is a hot or cold coin. No puns intended, I do apologise, there probably will be some other puns as we go along, but I think if you could vote down below hot or cold, it'd be a great barometer. See, I told you there'd be another pun. Great barometer of whether this coin might be a success for the future. So, it is a Perth Mint coin, as you can see on the back of the box here, and I have to say the box itself is actually very, very attractive looking, very professional feeling and looking, and a box does make a difference, I think, all told. We saw the Poseidon coin recently, the God series one, the one with the kind of gold gilding on the trident, and that had a really garish blue sleeve and a rather cheap looking box, and that does take away from it a little bit, so it's good to see a nice box from the Perth Mint there. Inside it though, it gets even better because we have this floating frame, this magic frame I think they're called, which looks absolutely great. So it makes an incredibly good display piece. The angle of the camera is not showing it off best there, but you get this, you know, sat on your mantelpiece. It would look very, very cool indeed. And yeah, I think it just looks great in this magic frame. Of course, quality from the Perth Mint really high on this frame. It does look and feel great. We're going to have a look at the coin in a moment. As you can see, it's in the background. It does look very good, doesn't it? But I always like to show the COA off first. So here is the COA, nice big COA, very well produced COA as well, which again makes a difference. If it's you know, cheap tacky COA, it does take away from the overall experience, I find. Here's a few of the technical notes. I'm not going to pause all of this, you guys can have a read at your leisure, but inside it's always nice to see when you get a little bit of information about the coin or the theme of the coin, and here we have some information about the kind of history of the thermometer, all relating to kind of medical science and obviously kind of industry as well. But then we also have a little bit of information about the kind of Aztec theme, because you notice when we look at the coin there's kind of this Mayan Aztec look to it, and here's some of the information about that, which is very interesting. Then on the back of the COA we have the technical specification, so you can see it's a 2-ounce silver coin, all of the bits there, 49 silver, mintage 2500, so pretty small mintage, not the smallest mintage though that we've seen out there, and I'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. And the serial number there is 1284, so very cool indeed. Again, big pun there, sorry. Is it hot or is it cold? Please do comment down below. So here's the floating frame with the coin in it. Now Sparky has given me permission, which is why I'm wearing the gloves today, to have a look at it in the flesh up close to the camera. So let's do that. So here it is. That looks very, very cool on my viewfinder in the camera, so I hope you guys are getting the same feeling I am, that it looks really very good indeed. So here is the coin with the thermometer in the middle. You can see it's nice cool 21 degrees here in the UK, which makes a change because it's been roughly around 30 degrees this last couple of days, so hopefully it'll stay a little cooler. I don't do well in the heat. But here is the coin. You can see it looks very, very swish with this thermometer, bam smack in the middle, and it's an odd one because it's hard to describe. It's a coin with a big hole in the middle, so it looks like a coin because it's got the thermometer filling it out, but actually when you have a think about it and look nice and close, it's basically a coin with a big hole in the middle, and because of that it's really thick to make up the weight that's missing from the middle, which makes it a really chunky piece to hold, and I do like that. I like my silver big and chunky, and this has that kind of feel to it of being really, really swish. And you can see here the kind of Aztec design. Let's get really close. We have a look at the whole rim of the coin. Very, very interesting. It's funny that the Perth Mint decided to go for an Aztec theme for this coin, I have to say. You know, whilst there's, I guess, some kind of, you know, Mayan calendar, Aztec calendar, you know, history around temperature and thermometer and everything, and they did have obviously quite a lot of different gods that were specifically for weather and temperature. You know, I'd have said that maybe the thermometer is not necessarily something the Aztecs invented, but maybe I'm wrong about that, who knows. But nevertheless, it makes it a very aesthetically pleasing coin, I have to say, and that's one thing that I always look for in these specialist numismatics is the aesthetics of it. Does it look good? And I have to say it does. On the other side we can see the reverse of the thermometer, and that's very interesting with the kind of look and feel of the motif on the back of it. Very nice indeed. And then of course the Queen's head, nice and small at the top, and all of the pertinent information, the $2. It's from Tuvalu. Tuvalu is synonymous with these antique coins from the Perth Mint, it seems. We've seen the Tuvalu 2-ounce dragon, very, very popular coin. That one did incredibly well. And then, of course, the 5-ounce dragon, which is coming out very soon. Hopefully, I'll be able to feature that on my channel as we go along the rest of the year. I like this look here, this design here. It does look very good indeed, almost like the sun. That's what it looks like, the sun. That's what I've just realised, actually. So that's very interesting in its own right. So on the other side, let's go back to this. This is where all of the action is a lot of the time. Just misting up that. Now there is kind of a little plastic cellophane thing on the thermometer there. I don't know whether that can be peeled off. I'm not going to do it. That's something maybe for Sparky to investigate if he so wishes. But it almost is a little bit of a shame because there's a little air pocket at the top there, as you can see. So if that's not meant to be there, then that's, I guess, a little bit of a blemish on this coin. But beyond that, I have to say the quality of this is absolutely outstanding. Really does look very pretty indeed. Now, as to whether this is going to represent a very good purchase, should you all rush out and buy this coin? Is it going to be the hottest coin or the coldest coin on the market? That's always a question that I guess a lot of people ask when they look to purchase collectible numismatics like this. There's a few things I always look at for these coins, and the first is usually the aesthetics of it. Does it look good? And I have to say this looks very cool indeed. The second I look at is mintage. Now, 2,500 does not sound like a very large mintage, but at the end of the day, I actually think it is a pretty large mintage. We saw the 2-ounce Tuvalu Dragon, which performed incredibly well and has had some great growth of premiums. That had a mintage of 1,000. We've seen other coins like the Aries God of War, mintage of 500. You know, of course, the Rwandan gold coins, mintage of 100. Huge premiums on those. So 2,500 strikes me as a little bit high. Now, this coin has been out for a couple of months now. I've seen it floating around a few dealers' sites and even on the Perth Mint site itself, and it's not sold out. So that is another indication that it's not completely sold out of, you know, where all of the different places that one can buy them. That in itself is an indication of perhaps that it's not taken the market by storm. It's not set the market on fire, so to speak, or it's not raised the temperature, just to go through with the pun motif again. It's not raised the temperature of the market. That said, I always say with these types of coins, and it's always going to be the case with them, that 90%, 95% of these coins are going to be flops. They're not going to yield huge returns on investments. If you're relatively coy and smart about investing in these and you choose just the kind of ones which look really, really good, that are going to be, you know, have a huge buzz about them. If you get on forums and you hear about these coins ahead of time, once they've been announced, if there's a big buzz, you mitigate those chances down, I think, quite significantly. This is not one that was a huge buzz about, so I don't think that's going to be, this is going to be a winner. So if I had to vote down below, I'd say it's maybe a cold coin for investment, but a very hot coin for its aesthetics. So all of that, does it mean you should go and buy it? Well, Sparky, you're probably going to be watching this video. My suggestion to you and anybody else that's looking to purchase this coin would be, don't think of it as an investment in monetary terms. Think of it as an aesthetically pleasing piece that you've purchased for yourself. That's what I do for a lot of my collectible numismatics that I buy. I always have in the back of my mind that the worst case scenario is that they don't perform very well as a investment in terms of a numismatic coin, but I enjoy them, and that's the most important thing that I can say to any of you out there who are considering buying collectible numismatics. If you like the coin, if you enjoy the coin and it gives you pleasure, then buy it, because there's nothing better than that feeling of having it and enjoying it. And I also always think that in the worst case scenario, I will always be able to give something like this away as a very special gift, whether it be, you know, to a friend or family or child down the line or whatever it might be. It will make a great gift. And if you were going to go out there and spend 100 quid on a special gift for somebody, but instead you gave them something like this, then you're saving 100 quid instead of going and buying a gift out there. So it's cost neutral in that sense. So that's my thoughts on this coin. I think it's a really attractive coin. I'm not sure it's going to set the world on fire to be the next collector's coin of desire for everybody out there, but nevertheless, very attractive indeed. I really do appreciate Sparky giving me the opportunity to feature this for you guys. I'd love to know your thoughts down below, so please do comment whether you think this is a hot coin or cold coin. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to see other unboxings and reviews of collectible numismatics like this, I've got a playlist down below where you can check all of those out. And if you haven't already put a thumbs up on this video, please do hit the thumbs up button. It really does help everything that I do here on my YouTube channel. And otherwise, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.